We start with overnight news where 3 people are stabbed here in Albuquerque. Now police are looking for whoever did it.
Yeah, apparently 2 of them were stabbed at the Court John Motel at 4th and Manal Northwest just before midnight. Police say that they found a man and a woman stabbed there. Both were rushed to the hospital, one in critical condition.
Officers there have not said exactly what happened or if they've arrested anyone.
And right before that, police also say that a man was also stabbed at the Hollywood Bowl on Lomas near Louisiana.
By the time officers got there, the man was gone, but later showed up at UNM Hospital, where he's in critical condition right now.
Yeah, police say apparently he was with 3 other guys who were very drunk, and officers were talking with them to see what happened. We're following these stories for you, and we'll have more as soon as more develops.
In other news for you this morning, the hunt's still on for a businessman from Santa Fe after police say he was packing more than just food in an old sausage plant. They say Marshall Duran was growing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of pot in his building off Cerrillos Road. Investigators say Duran told the landlord that he was going to open up a restaurant there.
Definitely knew what he was doing. Very complex structure where they took large freezers, walk-in freezers, and they converted them into grow rooms.
Police pulled 113 pot plants and 30 pounds of processed marijuana from this warehouse. That is all worth about $180,000. More trouble now for a tax preparer from Silver City who's already in prison for filing fake tax returns. Douglas Kuster was indicted on 56 fraud and identity theft charges yesterday. Federal investigators say he stole 18 people's identities and received $72,000 in bogus tax returns. Elizabeth.
A man suspected of killing 2 people last April is expected to be in court in just a few hours. U.S. Marshals arrested 34-year-old Vicente Gutierrez last week. They say he's responsible for the deaths of 41-year-old Alfonso Garcia and his 20-year-old nephew Alejandro. Officials say their bodies were burned in an SUV. Alejandro was a well-known gang member involved in a murder of a guard during the 1999 Santa Rosa prison riot. The murders were allegedly over drugs.
The man accused of shooting and killing a bouncer outside of a strip club in Albuquerque 2 years ago is also set to be in court in just a couple of hours. Thomas Hancock's planning to meet with prosecutors and a judge this morning to talk about his case and his murder charge. Police say in 2011, Hancock shot a bouncer, Joseph Threadgill, 7 times in the head and the back after Hancock was thrown out of the TD strip club off I-25 in Osuna. He's still in jail on a $100,000 cash-only bond right now. More than a dozen people on Albuquerque's west side will be trying to get their cars fixed later today after somebody shot out the windows yesterday. The shooter even hit 2 police cars. The cops think whoever did this used BB or pellet guns to shoot all the cars. All of this was near I-40 and 98th Streets.
A Rio Rancho man is locked up charged with sexual exploitation of a child by prostitution. According to the criminal complaint, 40-year-old Walter Reese was sending an undercover detective who he thought was a 15-year-old girl inappropriate text messages. When the detective said, quote, "My time is not cheap," end quote, Reese agreed to exchange a designer purse for sex. When Reese showed up to the arranged meeting place, police say he claimed he just wanted to give the purse to the girl. This morning, Valencia County deputies are looking for a thief and the truck apparently he used to run over and kill a man, they say. This man, described as Hispanic in his 30s, has a crew cut and some acne. Deputies say he asked 66-year-old Anthony Cabrera for a ride at a store in El Cerro Mission last month. Cabrera gave him a lift, then a short time later, the suspect claimed that there was something wrong with the truck. Cabrera got out to check, and that's when the suspect jumped into the driver's seat and started to take off. Now, Cabrera tried to stop him, but ended up getting dragged and run over. He died last weekend. The missing truck is a white 1996 Chevy single cab Silverado. And cops are looking for a registered sex offender who apparently has taken off. Take a look. 45-year-old Sean Taylor is 6'1". He's about 230 pounds. He has brown hair and brown eyes. Call Crime Stoppers if you know where he is.
New for you this morning, police in Clovis have arrested the man they say stole a Martin Luther King Jr. plaque from a city park there. Jeremy Palmer, this young man, is in jail right now on a $20,000 bond. Investigators say he stole the plaque earlier this year, and it showed up in 3 pieces at the city's recycling center at the beginning of this month. A chunk of a $29 million settlement with Toyota is coming to New Mexico. It's all awarded in a lawsuit that attorneys general filed in several states. The settlement comes from complaints that Toyota concealed safety issues all related to cars accelerating when they weren't supposed to. New Mexico's share of this settlement is more than $546,000. Along with the money, Toyota has agreed to do more recalls to vehicles that are affected by these so-called acceleration problems.
Texting while driving. Another push for a statewide ban on texting while driving has cleared one hurdle, but still has a long way to go. The bill, sponsored by Representative James White, cleared the Transportation Committee yesterday. Under his proposal, any driver caught texting would pay a $25 fine. Who knows how this will fare out, though? A Senate committee killed a similar bill last week, and in the past, 4 other texting ban bills have failed. We'll, of course, keep you posted. See what happens this time around, right?
Yeah, they're going to have one more shot at it, it looks like, this session.